Would you ever cut a hole in the side of your trailer? I mean, it's very scary, but it's gonna allow us to have endless hot showers, so I'm all in. And it's gonna happen because of this little machine here, a tankless water heater. We finally have that all secured and in place. We kept going with all the different systems, removed this water pipe that was absolutely disgusting and in the way, and then started setting up our solar panels and all of our power bank. We went with a single 200-watt solar panel and installed it up on the roof, which is really quite simple. It's just 4 different brackets, and then you drill holes directly into the camper, which is probably the most scary part out of the whole thing, to run the wires. We knew we wanted all of our power into this utility closet, so once we drilled the holes, we ran the wires down and then mounted them up top with this little cover. Hooked them up to the solar panel and then down into our PWM charge controller. And from there, we ran it past our original breaker box with some solid wire management and down into our lithium-ion battery, making Chad's dreams come true where he can easily access our battery monitor. And as beautiful as he may think it is, I don't really want to see it, so I got to work on the closet door that's going to cover it all up. I decided to use the original mirror from the inside of the closet and put it on the outside and trim it out with more molding, glued it in place, and then painted everything creamy white just like all the cabinets. While I had the paint out, I finished painting around the stove where I had to make some alterations and then got back to work on the pull-out trash can that was going on the left-hand side. I sanded it down and then added some rip-down trim, painted it all the same creamy white, pushed it into place, and then started adding some hardware. As I was installing them, I did not like the gold color they were, so I stopped here and moved on to cut the holes for the faucet. Things were getting really hot in here. My drill was straight up smoking, but with some patience, I was able to get the hole out and then drilled 2 and 3. For the 3-hole faucet, checked to make sure it was in alignment, and it was. Did a little happy dance and then drilled 1 more hole for the water sprayer. Now that everything was installed and dry fitted, we were able to actually secure the backsplash. I used liquid nails across the entire surface and secured it to the back, and then did the same with a small side piece on the left. After those were up, I was able to install the same butcher block that I did on the other side with the remaining adhesive, and then for real this time, put in the sink, the stovetop, and the new faucet. Once I was able to see the gold faucet in place, I went back to my cabinet hardware and decided they needed to be a brighter gold, so I re-spray painted them all, started reinstalling, and I think I can roll with this now. What do you think? Lastly, we're tying up a lot of the electrical and water systems, like the 12-volt wiring to our new stovetop, and then the tankless water heater. With the wires all ran into this area, we can use this 12-volt DC fuse block with the correct fuses for the water pump, the tankless water heater, stovetop, and the new vent fan we installed. Next, we upgraded our shore power to a 30-amp outlet. We also drilled 1 last hole in the outside of the RV to add a new water inlet, which you can see goes from here into this part of our utility closet. We replaced the old drain with a new ABS pipe that leads over to the sink, then brought in our new water tank. We will get back to hooking it completely up. I wanted to install my utility closet door, and I was so pissed. I accidentally installed the mirror on the bottom portion, but I continued on to see if we could live with it. What do you think? I could look for some cool art or maybe a matching mirror. Either way, we're going to figure it out. So keep following along. Lights are coming too.